Time over to Schmidt Bender, the legend himself, mate. I have been trying to get you on this seat for the whole show, okay?
Yeah, I've heard that, and thank you very much.
But it probably took long enough, but I've got you here now, mate, and that's the most important part.
You know what? It's not the biggest show that we have in the UK, but it's a lovely show, and you know lots of people from the trade and lots of clients, and you always talk, and it's not easy to get in touch.
Well, it's like I said, your stand is constantly being hammered by people who obviously know the Schmidt brand, want to be able to compare, talk, and obviously, but we're going to touch on in a minute sort of why you're such the legend, all right?
Oh, thank
but
you.
Obviously, the most important part is I want to talk about the brand. That's obviously Schmidt. Tell us a little bit about them. What's the USPs?
I mean, the thing is, Schmidt Bender is synonymous for good quality, highest quality rifle scopes.
Yeah.
They produce only rifle scopes, and they stick with it for last 60 years.
Yeah.
It's German company, and whatever is behind, I like it personally. That's why I joined them.
Yeah.
They care so much about the quality, performance, and the clients at the end that you can't just stay, I don't know, not opinionated. You want to check what is all about Schmidt Bender and why it's so iconic amongst actually soldiers, police officers around the world, and so on.
Yeah. But you see, bringing us onto this, the scope which we brought here to have a look at today is obviously it comes from a police military background anyhow, doesn't it?
Exactly.
So do you want to tell me a little bit about it? Because it's a pretty awesome scope.
It's one of the newest ones from last year. It's Exos, Schmidt Bender Exos 3 to 21 by 50, so it has 7 times zoom.
Yeah.
It's based on Schmidt Bender PM2 ultra short, so ergonomically it's very short and nice.
Yeah.
But it's not light because it's built like Abrams tank to absorb everything that soldiers or police officers might experience. So they use that technology for hunting applications, and they made this hunting scope, which is incredible, by all means.
Now, obviously we were talking about off camera the features and the benefits that they have on it. So do you want to take us through a few of those, if that's all right?
I mean, the thing is, except really nice zoom and magnification up to 21, the light transmission is always around 90%, which is fantastic for that zoom. Also, you have elevation turret, and you can have up to 76 MOA elevation, or 300 centimeters at 100 meters distance. So you get plenty of clicks to shoot long ranges. You have also zero stop.
Well, zero stop seems to be the in thing on all big scopes now, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what happens is when you are in action and so on, accidentally you can rub the turret and you change the clicks. You go and shoot and you go up or down, and you think, why? So this is very handy.
Yeah.
If you expect certain distance, it's much easier, especially for hunters like myself, because you can expect, for example, distances between 300 and 400 meters. You set up for 350, and if you need a little bit elevation more, you just aim a little bit higher, and that's it. It's you simplify everything.
And that is what this is all about, isn't it?
Exactly.
When you pick something up, you're comfortable with it. You know full well with someone using your scope, especially whether you're hunting it.
Yeah.
You know that your zero is at 300, 400, depending on what it is you're hunting. If you need to then obviously take it out further, you know what your bullet compensation is going to be. You either self-adjust or you dial it in.
Exactly.
Now, some people forget that. It is actually fairly easy. People go, oh, I don't know, I've got to dial it in.
It's panic, it's adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
People just start panicking normally. Oh, there is an animal, I want to shoot it, and it's far away, so you need the rangefinder, you need to do so many things. If you do it regularly and you test it on a range, you can avoid all these things. Rangefinder and...
Well, you know where you are, and that's the most important part.
Exactly.
Now, obviously, you've touched on the fact that you've used this for hunting. Obviously, you use Bender glass on your rifles.
Yeah.
Now, we were just talking, and I've got to get this out of you. Now, you've just come back from one hell of a hunting expedition, haven't you?
Yeah, Kyrgyzstan.
So Kazakhstan. Okay, so Kazakhstan, the place where people think of Rambo, and he goes over, he's shooting the films over there. No, but the hunt which you went on, how many days were you away, and what were you hunting?
I was for 25 days in Kyrgyzstan in Tian Shan Mountains, on Chinese border and Tajikistan border. We were hunting Marco Polo sheep and ibex, mid-Asian ibex. So you spend like all the time on altitude between 3,500 and 5,000 meters, which is huge shock for anybody. Anybody who is not living there. It's a huge thing.
And so, how did you prepare yourself for that?
First of all, I'm non-smoker and rarely I drink, so that is really good start for me. It gives you an advantage, and because I'm hunting very often abroad in the mountains with my clients, somehow you're always prepared.
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, when you go something like that, you need to lose a little bit weight and so on. But again, you train as much as you can, I don't have time basically to stay in the gym or do this and that. So I use my hunting trips actually to stay fit as much as I can.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself going? Because you're a seasoned hunter, you're a professional shooter. Where do you see yourself going, Tom?
I mean, the thing is, for example, next trip is Croatia, then Slovenia and Hungary. So I'm always going somewhere.
Yeah.
It's all about my clients' demands. So if they want to do something or experience something or chase their dreams, they call me and then we have a chat to see their abilities, their wishes and so on.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you're going high in the mountains, you can't take anyone. You need to know a little bit about their health history and so on, because you want to be prepared for anything.
I was going to say, when you're taking people to Kazakhstan and you suddenly find that they are probably carrying a pound or two too many, and you're going to be yomping up and down mountains. You need them to be with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's also about lifestyle. It's not about just weight. I mean, there are people who are overweight, but they are so active every day. They live maybe in highlands that you don't have problems with those guys.
No.
And also you have guys who are very, very determined. So mentally they're really strong.
Yeah.
So you can push them. But the biggest problem is that younger generations who are spending too much time in the offices or in the cars and so on, they are affected the most mentally, because they know, we should be healthy, we are young and we can't do it. And there is an old guy and he does it.
So again, you say it comes down to mental, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. When you go there, it's all about mental. It breaks you after 2-3 days if you're not prepared for that. And nobody can prepare you, because you never know what's going to happen, because bad weather, your horse sleeps.
What's the on that last trip? What's the thing that jumps out at you the most that you remember and you think, oh no?
Oh no, it was day 5 for one client, and he was 61, a very nice gentleman, but he had lots of car crashes, and of course that his hips and so on, he couldn't walk properly.
Right, okay.
But mentally he was strong and he wanted to push himself.
Right.
And we got into really nice position, I mean, in these conditions, very nice position. So the shot was just up to 500 meters.
Right.
I set up my rifle, my scope for that shot. So everything was there, and he misses. And he was so down. I mean, everybody, because it was his his third attempt. And we were thinking, my God. And he said to me, Tom, I have only 2 days left, and I'm broken physically. I said, but what about mentally? He said, I'll tell you after 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, he said, let's do it. So we didn't stop, and he got what he wanted at the end. But that was like, you travel from Belgium actually, all the way there, for one perfect shot.
And something, but the thing is, when you're you've got altitude, B, health, C, you're talking atmospheric changes.
Yeah, of course.
It's somebody else's rifle. Yeah. He may have snatched the shot. Any one of those.
So many things are involved.
Those variables are so slight, and the combination of any of those could result in either a hit or a miss.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can't blame anybody because we all make mistakes, and we all
human, right?
different. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just human thing, and but more you practice, better. So for UK hunters, shooters, it's good that they have options. They can go with Andrew Venables, John O'Brien, Richard Utting, Chris Griffith, and so on. There are a few guys who are really capable instructors.
Yeah.
They have great ranges, and people can prepare themselves. But if you spend so much time and money on the trip, you want to be prepared. You have to take your gear, go on the range, try it, and then go wherever you want.
Well, it's, as I keep saying, it's about familiarization, isn't it? You pick your kit up every time you use it, and for me, it's with the shotguns. It's about muscle memory. Every time I pick that gun up, it's up exactly the same time.
It is,
and that's where you can't beat range time.
No,
dry drills, range time, trigger time. You can never have enough.
Yeah, and also the other thing is very often on the range you can do whatever you want because you have plenty of time and you can adjust yourself. In hunting, you can't do that. There is opportunity, and sometimes you shoot like this, sometimes you're prone. There is no perfect situation. However, that's what you should practice on the range, and that's why exactly. I don't aim for long. As soon as I get my range, I fire the shot in a few seconds, and I practice like that. And playing with holdover, yes, I use my clicks.
But how often, when it comes against game, does it sit there and you go, you know, it's going to stay exactly there for 5 minutes? Go, well, let me just set myself up and check my winds. It's nature.
You don't have
it's got to be on it.
Exactly. And very often, what people don't realize is you have sun, and you have reflection, and sometimes you see long range animals are really calm, and suddenly they go, and you think, what's happened there? The wind was right. We are too far away. We didn't move. They didn't see us. They saw your player.
Reflection. I knew
glasses,
you were going down that
all
one.
these things.
Even with anti-glare, so coats on the glasses, it still doesn't necessarily work.
Exactly, and I've noticed that on some of the rifles I have, there was a lot of glare. So what I'm going to do is I'll put new layer of Cerakote, more matte, to have less glare or reflection. You need, because hunts are demanding really, and you want to make the best for your clients. You want to invest in the best equipment you can buy. The ammunition I don't load myself, but I have Paul Carter who is doing it specifically for me, and it helps. You're prepared, and for your client it's much easier if he doesn't use his equipment.
So, as ever, my friend, you have been a legend coming on here, spending just sharing a couple of stories with what you do and how you do it, mate. Plus, also, most of all, Schmidt and Bender. But it is the two of you go together. So, Tomi, thank you so much, buddy, and I really appreciate you spending time with us at Gunroom TV, buddy.
It was a pleasure.